You people bought a ticket to see me, so shut up.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no control.
Ladies and gentlemen, just in case you live under a rock,
I might
you
grab
are
a bat,
looking
I
at
don't
the
know, my
youngest
rap, my
and
blood
fastest
boils
rising
over like,
star in
oh God, here
professional
goes. I lost all
wrestling
feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll play it on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you gon' wish you had shut the fuck up real bad.
Shut up.
Hello, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, BX Sports Jedi Network brings to you the most tantalizing, most over, most growing podcast of the YouTube and audio platform. I am the Jedi. I have the Diff Man. I have the heel. And ladies and gentlemen, we are the heel of the Ring podcast. With your host, Adam the Diff Man. Salute, Adam.
It's Thursday night, and you know what that means. If you're looking forward to MJF, you're going to be really disappointed. How you doing, Kev? How you doing tonight, Heel?
Great.
Doing better than usual. I mean,
Yeah.
I
You know what this kind of reminded me of? Remember the Raw after WrestleMania where they came out and one of the first things they said is, The Rock is not here tonight. Now, they didn't actually say that MJF is not here tonight, but obviously we're going to be talking about the Dynamite from June 8th. Oh, boy. You know, before he came on the air, Hugh said, I can't wait to get this review over with. And I can't say I exactly feel the same way, but at the same time, yeah, this show fell a little bit flat for me.
I can see why.
I'm just gonna get it out the way. So last week, again, full disclaimer, like Jedi told me, I'm just gonna get out the way because I'm like here anxious and shaking. I'm just like, I need to get it out the way. So that's what I'm just gonna do. So full disclaimer, they will be like probably a curse word or two. So last week you have this amazing MJF promo that had the wrestling world buzzing. I mean, like fully buzzing. Everyone's talking about it, and here we are, you know, doing the review the day after that promo, amazing promo, and we're like, oh my god, what are they gonna do with MJF? What are they gonna do? And everyone's also like talking about it, doing reaction videos to it on YouTube, mind you. And I'm all excited too, so I'm like, there's no way you don't have MJF on TV. There's no way you don't have MJF on TV, right? Right?
No way. There's no way.
There's no way.
way.
That promo had to go somewhere. No. And I'm waiting. They advertise what's coming. You know, there's Trip Beretta, there's Thunder Rosa, this and that. I'm like, well, maybe it's a surprise. I don't know. And there's also rumors that, you know, maybe people don't want him on TV because, you know, the merger or whatever. And on top of that, but I'm like, you know what? I'm still gonna keep him in mind. Maybe he's gonna be like in a surprise attack or something like that.
Yep. No.
You don't have him on a fucking thing. Not even
not to spoil the show or anything.
Yeah.
And by the way, as always, I'm really excited to be here, Kev, and Heel. As always, I can't. I look forward. I look forward to doing Heel of the Ring every single week. I look forward to talking to you guys about wrestling every single week. I'm not always.
What was last week's promo?
All right, calm down, Heel. Come on, we're gonna get that. I'm sorry. I worked up Heel so early into the show, Kev, but Man, I mean, the energy of the show for me was just down.
It was depressing.
I can understand. I can understand that, Adam. I can understand that. I can understand that because you have so high expectation. They set the bar on themselves last week, and with "Mum's the word" and what they're doing, either like everyone's saying, to the work shoot, bubble, work shoot, with NJF. We don't know. So everybody wants to tune in and see, and no hints, no sniff. I don't know. Either it could be a creative smart move or they don't know what the hell they're doing. But
I don't know.
There wasn't even like a small thing like, oh, today MJF is banned for the arena. Not even like a little thing like that.
Right? No mention.
Yeah.
No mention. I mean, sorry, spoilers. Sorry, people listening on YouTube, Spotify, all of those audio platforms, Apple Music. We appreciate all of you. But just so you know, if you're looking forward to us talking about MJF in this show, by the way, stay tuned. Stay tuned for the rest of the show, as you say in our intro. But they have to do something, right? They have to do something with MJF. It only makes sense. He's the second biggest ratings getter after Punk. So you have to have the second biggest ratings getter, the guy who's in arguably the biggest angle on TV this week, right? Wrong.
That's why I found our intro so ironic, because it's like, our intro obviously says, you people paid a ticket to see me. Well, apparently not this week. If you did pay a ticket to go see him, guess what? He's on to this week.
If you paid a ticket to see MJF on this week's Dynamite, get a refund.
Yeah, get a refund.
Go to the box office and get your money back. Anyway, what do you say we just jump right into what actually did happen?
I agree. I'm going to tell you why I tuned into AEW this week. And once you get the card going, once you announce it, and this is the only reason why I tuned in. I wanted to see, I had hopes, I had aspirations that this one person was going to shock us. Go ahead, my man.
All right. Well, the show opens with the Casino Battle Royal. The winner is going to face the number one, quote unquote, number one ranked Jon Moxley, even though he's totally not. Obviously, if you look at the rankings, that person is Wardlow, because Wardlow has the best record. But they made up some kind of bullshit reason why Jon Moxley is the number one contender or is the number one ranked. They actually call him the number one ranked on this show, which I found a little bit offensive because he's definitely not.
And Adam, let me ask you something real quick. Sorry to interrupt you real quick. Whenever there's Tony Khan, I don't know why he wants to pretend, this is scripted with all these wins. First of all, I think that's the most stupidest thing, win-loss records and who's winning and rankings. I think that's in the professional world of wrestling, that is all scripted, and the bookers create the narrative of who's hot, who's not. Also, secondly, is shouldn't the heavyweight champion, the former champion, be the number one contender? Like, remember, whenever there's a boxing, if you want it, like Tony Khan, if you want to be like boxing and MMA, whenever the champion loses, they get a rematch clause. They have a rematch clause, and he should have been number one contender and ready there waiting.
I hear a little bit of static. Jedi, I hear a little bit of static. It might be coming from you. I'm not sure.
Let me see.
All right. So Adam's coming in clear.
Was it coming in now for static? Because I don't hear any static.
I think it'll be.
All right. So what I wanted to say was, they gave us. You killed my train of thought. By the way, I wanted to say was he should have been the next in line, not Moxie. So let's go on because we got the Rangers next. Sorry about that, Mike. Go ahead, Adam. Adam stepped away. It was Adam who had the mic issue, so he'll be back on there. Now, what I elaborate about the heavyweight champion being the number one contender, it should have been Hangman Page and not Jon Moxley. But also, I can't wait. We're waiting for the host to return back in here. Also, Gil, isn't this another way of saying casino battle royal?
Yeah.
Are you copying and saying this is a Royal Rumble? So much that you want to be different from WWE. We're different. We're a different organization.
Yeah, it was like a last minute Rumble, and yeah, I think the mistake was coming from Adam because I don't. I think this. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, this was their way of copying WWE. I think, and I don't know. The funny thing is, I couldn't really find that many people to get it behind. The only one I was really cheering for was Ray Phoenix, but I knew deep down he wasn't gonna win.
Go ahead, Adam. You're back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, my apologies for that. Had a little bit of a connection issue. I think my connection is an MJF fan.
Yeah, everything's sounding a bit better now, so we can go on.
All right. So, I'm sorry, Kev. Would you mind repeating your question one more time?
No, my thoughts were the number one contender should have been Hangman Page. He was the last champion who lost his match. You get instead of getting a rematch for, and getting a rematch. Every champion in UFC and boxing, they allowed it. They have an exercise right for a rematch. He didn't get a rematch fight, and he should have been the number one contender in winner of this rip-off Royal Rumble.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is just an example of the ratings only mattering when Tony Khan wants them to matter. When the rankings don't matter, well, Tony Khan all of a sudden, this guy's ranked number one, and we're going to come up with some excuse why he's ranked number one, rather than give the guy who's actually ranked number one the shot. It's ranking by convenience, actually, than like real ranking.
Yeah. So tell us what was in that. How did we get a number one contender, Adam?
Yeah, absolutely. So, sorry, Kev.
Yes, sir.
I know I'm getting old. I know I'm getting up there in age, but would you mind repeating your last point one more time, very slowly and as many times as you need to?
Absolutely, Jim Ross. Now, he messed up. Not for nothing, the DVA. I was listening to the broadcast. Boy, he botched a lot of calls and matches and maneuvers. But my question is, how did we get it? How did the AEW Tone that we're putting Tony Khan? How did we get a number one contender? Let us know how did it start?
Oh, let's see. You're talking about the first AEW championship match?
Yes, as soon as the opening bout.
Okay. Oh, for this Dynamite?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I thought you meant like in the AEW history. All right. So what happened was we got a battle royal, and I'm not even going to go into. This is a casino battle royal, by the way. How it was a casino battle royal, I don't know. Since it's not Double or Nothing.
Royal Rumble.
Yeah, pretty much. And by the way, in a casino battle royal, why is it that each guy gets their own entrance? Why is it that they don't come together as a team? You have 5 guys, I think it's 5 guys per suit, 4 suits and 1 joker. So why is it that they don't come down together? Why is it that each guy gets his own entrance? That I don't really understand. But I'm not even going to really go into who was on each team. But I will say that I was happy to see guys like Lance Archer and others get TV time, because these are guys that are not usually on Dynamite. Then we have, let's see, who was the first team to come? Oh, it was Clubs First, then Diamonds. And then we have possibly the highlight of the night. Keith Lee
Oh, God.
comes to the ring. I wait all week for this. You know I wait all week for this. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I'm going to turn it over right now to our co-host, Kev, who I think has some very choice words for one particular wrestler. Kev, the floor is yours.
Thank you. This particular wrestler, I saw him coming in at Casino Battle Royal, and I think he heard me all the way from Orlando, Florida, from the NXT studios and the Jedi studios, and I yelled it on, so you can watch it on NXT this Tuesday night, and all the way across to Kansas City. Keith Lee, you suck! Even in the Battle Royal, where you so bigger than all these little mid carders, man. You had John Silver who kicked ass, and you still suck.
You know, something I thought was really interesting about this was they're trying to get the whole Swerve in My Glory thing over, but rather than the fans chanting Swerve in His Glory, they were chanting Bask in His Glory. So I don't really see the whole Swerve in His Glory thing getting over. It's not catching on. So, this is I thought was interesting. There is a graphic advertising the Shafir mat, whatever her name is, something Shafir. I don't even know what her name is.
Maria
Rosa and Shafir. Is it me or did that graphic get stuck on the screen? Because that graphic was up for a long time.
Yeah, it did.
It felt like it.
Yeah. So it was actually kind of a little bit distracting for me because I'm trying to focus on the Battle Royal, Royal Rumble, which actually I thought was really entertaining all the way through. But I was a little bit distracted by the Rosa Shafir graphic. Then the Hearts come out, and not the Hart family, but the Hart suit, I guess. And one of those is he was a beloved wrestler, the man we refer to very lovingly as Long John Silver.
That's the only reason why I tuned into this.
Yep. And Darby was on this team. Darby was way over. I thought that he is, at this point, very deserving of the AEW Championship. He did an awesome coffin drop to the outside, which I thought was a great move. Looked great. Just my opinion, but I don't think there's many people, not no one, but many people on the roster that are more deserving than Darby Allin right now. Wheeler Yuta is back, and we have yay! And I was kind of rooting for him or Darby to win, especially after Darby was eliminated, because I would have loved to see Mox Yuta, even though they're both in Blackpool Combat Club. We have Swerve Strickland swerving on Keith Lee and eliminating Keith Lee. Andrade was.
You know why he eliminated him, right?
What's that?
Because he sucks, Keith Lee.
I don't think that'll ever get old. Then we have Andrade coming out as the Joker. He was a good fit, in my opinion, for the Joker, but not a very good reaction for Andrade. Swerve.
Wow,
I'm
that
sorry?
honeymoon must have been really terrible. He's coming back and ready to wrestle. Ooh.
Yeah, what was with that lack of reaction for Andrade? I did not understand why Andrade got such a lackluster reaction.
I don't know.
I wanted fans to cheer. How was the honeymoon? How was the honeymoon?
I guess it must have stink. I don't see that marriage staying that long. Holy crap.
Probably the honeymoon was probably really, really good. But that's all I'll say about that. So the fans are behind Darby. They're chanting Darby. Swerve eliminates Darby. So pretty much my choice went right. Or one of my choices went right out the window right there.
Well, duh.
The fans were really booing Swerve. So if they're trying to get Swerve over as a heel, it's working. Then Yuta goes out. Oh, I'm sorry. The fans were chanting for Yuta, which I was happy about, that the fans were actually behind Yuta. Let's see. So there's 3 men left. It's Yuta, O'Reilly, and who was the third guy that was in there?
It was Andrade, and it was Kyle O'Reilly.
That's right. That's right. Oh yeah, Darby. This is after Darby went out.
Right. You saw them getting into they were an alliance. Kyle O'Reilly and Andrade working together there, which was like, oh, look at that.
And then for some reason, probably because Tony Khan is not a very good booker, we have Kyle O'Reilly going over and winning the match, and going on to face Jon Moxley in the main event of Dynamite. What did you guys think of this match?
First and foremost, this Battle Royal Rumble type of ripoff was a mid-card. It was to showcase your mid-card wrestlers, which is fine because they don't get enough shine, but not at the expense of the AEW title. That is your prestige title, and we'll get into it a little later. Where this kind of Rumble match or Battle Royal, whatever you want to call it, should have been done with those mid-cards for the next big Tony Khan announcement that he always has one every month, every week. If the guy has a gas with and he ate Thai food, he wants to make sure he makes an announcement about it because it's going to come out hot out of his ass. So, nevertheless, I regress. How are you going to have your world title and you're going to have listen to the number of heavy hitters not in this: Hangman Page, Chris Jericho, Wardlow, MJF. We all know.
We'll get into why Wardlow was not in it later. But I'll give you
what cheap excuse, in my opinion.
Yeah, spoiler: it was a cheap excuse.
No Daniel Bryan. We know he's hurt. Or Danielson, whatever the hell he wants to call himself these days. No Sloppy Joe, who's your NXT. Or where's the ROH guy? I'm kidding. I'm over here kissing. I'm kissing the backdoor pay-per-view that's coming up by AEW. And no. You fed us ROH before you had your Double or Nothing pay-per-view. Big one, when made no sense, divert us away from storyline, and when you could bring Ring of Honor guys into this stupid Royal Rumble Battle Royal, you don't bring none of them. What the freak are you doing, Mr. Khan? What are you doing? So, and also you have Miro, that everybody in the world, now Miro is the most greatest wrestler in the world because he's an AEW. Before, everyone hated Rusev in the WWE. He thought, oh, what a brute, what an idiot. Now, they're kissing his rear end and up and down everywhere when he's still the same wrestler. He always been the same wrestler. And I'm not saying he's not a bad wrestler, but all of a sudden now there's a pop because he's in AEW. Might digress. Let me not go away from the point because we got the range. I got the Rangers game coming up. They missed out a lot of heavy hitters, and it tells you, it worries me going forward. And I'm personally, I was really rooting hard for John Silver. That was my main guy. That was my workhorse. That was my silent horse. I wanted him to win. I was like, come on. I wanted him to eliminate Keith Lee. I think I would have had confetti. I would have blown confetti here on the and I would have been 2 hours cleaning the confetti for my studios, but it would have been well worth.
Up. Another up.
I'll throw it.
What do you think of this match?
Oh yeah, I was cheering for 2 guys, Ray Phoenix and Lon John Silver. And I was like, you know what, just give Lon John Silver the title at this point. Why not? And or at least Ray Phoenix, because I'm a big fan of Luchador. But yeah, I said most of the stuff I was gonna say. And yeah, overall, I'm not gonna lie, this Casino Royal Rumble, whatever you want to call it, kind of confused me a little bit because I was like, what do they mean by the clubs or the hearts or whatever? Like, what makes these 2 guys like? I was like, whatever. I'm just gonna watch and hopefully to be entertained. And I guess it was fine, but overall, it was just kind of like
It
messy.
shouldn't have had as many mid carders as it did.
Yeah, and I wouldn't call the one thing I will disagree with on Jedi is I wouldn't call guys like Darby Allin mid carders.
Well,
yeah.
I would.
Have they fought for the world title and won?
They should be.
All right,
They
then
should.
they're still mid card. They're not main event.
Like they're pillars of the company, like we all been saying. Like and I will agree with you in the sense that yes, they've been booked probably like just flat out they should be booked way better than what they have been.
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt.
But I don't know. I think it's a little harsh to just call them mid carders right now. No offense to anyone that is a mid carder in AEW, but like guys like Darby Allin and people like that, like yeah, I don't know. I just can't find it in me to call them a mid carder. But
Well,
yeah,
I mean, I consider any guy that has held the TNT title but has not moved up from there a mid carder.
yeah, I understand that.
If
But
it walks like a duck and it acts like a duck, it is a duck.
yeah, but has that duck ever fight a goose and won?
But once a pig is a pig, it's always a pig.
Unless it becomes bacon.
Yep.
And then
Yeah.
then it'll be deep fried and fat.
Yeah. But
I- go
I
ahead.
give it a C. I give it a C, I guess.
Okay.
It was
I'm going to be a little bit more generous, and I'm going to give it a B minus. I enjoyed it.
I'm gonna give it a C plus. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that great, but it was it wasn't it got the fans going, and of course they all came out. The matches, nothing botched. Thank God, nothing was botched. Not even in the Casino Royal. So that's why it was good. No botching. No one got hurt, and
Yeah, no botching.
It told a story. And as much as we say WWE doesn't tell a story, despite the fact that we don't agree or disagree who's mid card who's not, but it told a story that an opportunity. Here's a chance of a lifetime if they are mid carders or not to get a chance at a number one contendership to try to win this interim title, and it told the story well.
Yeah, and don't forget O'Reilly Auto Parts won.
O'Reilly.
Oh no, wait, we can't finish that. We can't finish that song. We might get monetized.
That's why I didn't. That's why I
was
didn't
gonna say your mama's parts, but
So then backstage we get a pretty, I would say, generic Mox promo. I don't think there's anything really special about this Mox promo.
that was cringeworthy.
Cringeworthy. Interesting.
It was bad. Yeah, I fish you. Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah. Hi, Mom. It's like, dude, you are so bad at promos, dude. Just get this guy, man.
Yeah.
And I don't want to make fun of anyone. Those are to people who have that disability or struggles with addiction and drug addiction.
Sure.
But he looked like he was a recovering drug addict, getting an opportunity there that is coming off his fix or his high. Believe me, living in the South Bronx, and working in different methadone clinics, and I'm not making a joke or all right about it, but his character came across as someone who's rehabbing from an addiction, and I was like, I didn't like it. Just be yourself, I didn't like it. I personally,
And not in a good way.
I'm very proud of Moxley, and I'm very proud of the success that he's had, and the way that he was able to, at least for now, it seems like he's dealing well with his demons, and it seems like he is slowly overcoming his addiction. And I'm very proud of him for that, and I'm very proud that he was able to overcome what he was going through and come back to AEW and wrestle again. And at the same time, though, my question is, was this guy not boring enough as an AEW champion? Okay, yes, he was AEW champion during the COVID era, so he was AEW champion during arguably the worst era in AEW history. But at the same time, he was a boring world champion. And now he's back. Thank God that he was able to, overcome those addictions. But he's boring again. I hate to knock the guy. I mean, I like the guy. I just don't like the character. It's kind of like the thing with Roman. I'm a big fan of. What's that?
I can see that. Before we move on, I just want to give him props though. As much as we don't like him boring on the mic and stuff, but him as a competitor in the ring, he's helping these talent get over. Think about all the matches he's had. Garcia, he went over. He shined very well with a Moxley in the ring. Kyle O'Reilly, we're going to see later on, and that's going to be a good match. No spoilers, but it was a good match. Regardless of who wins or doesn't, it was a good match. Whoever prior to that, I wish you would stop doing those gimmick matches with the Stampede and stuff. I love when he does the one-on-one, and also with Bryan Danielson together. When Bryan Danielson and him, before they joined and did that Combat Club before Rico, that was a great match. So whoever wrestles with him, he gets his competitors over, and that's rare on a talent. Not just him shine, but help the competitor in the ring, and that's value what his rating goes.
Oh yeah. So moving on, we get a promo advertising the brand new AEW All Atlantic Championship. Guys,
another belt, another title. Sorry,
I have right. It's a belt, not a strap. Thanks, JR. I have never lost interest in something so quickly. I lost interest in this before it even started.
I agree with you. Tonight, if you ask me, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm starting to lose interest in all Elite Wrestling. Period. Personally, now you have 11. You got 11 titles now, including those two stupid Owen Hart titles. That should just be a tournament winner, and like King of the Ring, you're good. You don't have to hold a physical title. But right. I'm not diverted. 11 total. You barely could get everyone on now.
But I don't count the ROH belts. I don't count the ROH belts.
They're still under the Tony Khan brand though, so you can technically.
Yeah, but how many times has the ROH World Champion been on AEW TV? Zero.
He's gonna showcase it whenever the TV title and so forth. Let me ask you this: it's a 2-hour pack show. He's trying to pack 20 pounds of crap in a 10-pound session.
Right.
And it smells, and that's what it's coming out. It's reeking, stinks. We like it. This is one thing, and if I don't make it by 8 o'clock, I'm gonna make my point here because I have to leave for the other stream. My point was when AEW started. Remember, its infancy and its purpose was to all elite or all independent wrestling. All elite was the foundation of it. That's why it worked with the fans. It was you had Cody Rhodes, a pillar. The Young Bucks, the pillar, and then they come on and they found Tony Khan to fund it. Along with their big star Chris Jericho came aboard, and you had guys like Darby Allin, Jungle Boy, the originals coming in here, and it was a fresh new faces, a breath of fresh air in professional wrestling. That's why AEW got over. Now, instead of taking that momentum and riding, he started signing. This is probably why Cody Rhodes and possibly others will be defecting and leaving, returning, because they changed the vision and the plan. And now he's sending all this money, giving all this money and his finances to all the AEW and MJ promo. Once again, it comes back to MJF. He has some truth to this. All these XWD guys come here making more money, and kind of the product is starting to stink. It's not what you originally started with your mission statement 3 years ago, Tony Khan, and fans are starting to see it, and now you're adding another Atlantic title. What? You could give it to another XWD wrestler, right? Because you can see the names. You see the names in the tournament. Yet again, mostly I don't think it's rare any of the originals either there. Go ahead. I just wanted to make that point before 8 times doesn't allow me to do it. I just wanted to make that point.
Yeah, I completely agree. It has basically become all ex-WWE wrestling. I hate to say it, but it's kind of going the way that TNA used to be, when all they were doing was just signing ex-WWE guys XWW guys. Now, I used to defend Tony Khan, and I used to say that, oh yeah, he doesn't sign every ex-WWE guy. He only signs 90% of them, though. I mean, he signs 90% of guys that are released from WWE. Think about that. Now, the guy who is not on the show tonight, MJF, he had a great line when he said, Tony Khan hoards all that money and gives it to ex-WWE guys. Boy, he was telling the truth, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So now we have this All-Atlantic Championship. This is a qualifier match. It's Buddy Matthews versus Pac. Now, when I saw this match, I thought for a second that I was playing WWE 2K18.
It is true. It is true though.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I was like, oh, who turned on my PlayStation and put on 2K18? There is one line on commentary during this match, which JR said, which was, every match is sudden death. Shut up, JR.
Yeah, he's got to go from the broadcast team.
He might as well have just said every match is best of one. The fans were into this match though, and the fans were standing at the end, as the announcers point out. Pac wins with a black arrow. I thought to myself at this point in the match, maybe this whole All-Atlantic Championship thing is not a bad idea. Then we have a House of Black Death Triangle face-off at the end of the match. I thought this match was not offensive, but not great either. Give me your thoughts.
The match was good. You saw both guys in the ring, both ex-WWE guys again. I was surprised that Pac actually got the victory over Brody. But I'm gonna call him, I forgot.
Devil,
Pac, Devil, whatever it is. I'm surprised. Now, all these wrestlers are gonna be Atlantic. None of them near body water. They're all Pacific representatives. If you look at the names in the list, nowhere near an Atlantic Ocean. And plus, it's going to be crowned in Chicago, where there is no water, nothing but the big Lake Erie, a lake there. So,
the Lake Erie champion,
the Great Lakes, the Finger Lakes Championship.
So again, another botch. Because you just can't call it an intercontinental title. You effing mark MJF every time this guy does something with his proof of his pudding. That promo that MJF is cutting is turning out to be real. Whatever, shoot. Because everything this clown, because, Vince Russo called him a clown, by the way, and it's coming to fruition. And also, Khan pays a lot of, he funds a lot of these podcasts, like Busted Inc., and Wrestle Talk, and Wrestle Link. You guys are all in his Khan's pocket. All you do is this. And then you all talk bad about my NXT here. That's right, NXT. And you go in and you talk crap about it. Don't watch NXT. The same way I'm going to end up not watching AEW, because if I don't like it, I'm not going to turn it. I don't need no one paying my pocket. But, money talks, BS walks, and we can see that in the proof in the pudding, because, Tommy Dreamer is in Tony Khan's pocket, and the Daniel Greca is Wardlow's pal. So that's why they talk crap and kisses their asses on AEW. Yeah, come at me. Come at me, guys. All right, I'm down. That's why we're the Heels of the Ring podcast. Heels, go ahead.
Dude, when I first saw this match, just like you, I was like, let's be honest. If this was an actual match, I feel like Pac would have just squashed Murphy.
That's the guy I was looking for, Murphy.
Yeah, because I was just like, but I was like, I guess if he decided to join the cruiserweight division, maybe we had to fight. I think he did at one point. But I think at that point, Neville, Pac, who we're gonna call him, might have been gone. I'm not sure. But I was like, okay. I mean, okay, I get it though. I'm supposed to look at this as an AEW point of view, and they did have a good match. But I was just, But on the other hand, I'm like, what? I'm watching Murphy put up a fight against Pac of all people. I'm like,
Not believable.
yeah, and it was hard to watch that, and they missed a great chance here to actually have this title happen during the World Cup, like while it was going on. That's something
World
that's
Cup.
something I like to point out.
You know what?
Yeah,
That's a good point. Good point.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because the World Cup came in November, and they couldn't even done like a pay-per-view exclusive like All Atlantic pay-per-view or like that to crown the new Atlantic champion or something like that. They could have made this even a bigger event, but Tony Khan, he doesn't think of that stuff. Just like he didn't care about giving MJF anything on this show. But whatever, it was whatever. I just watched it. I was kind of entertained by it. Like I said, it was whatever.
Before we move this segment, let me ask you guys a thought. Let me ask the question to you, all three of you guys, all two of you guys, or calling myself. Do you think this was like another title or another opportunity to throw out there to keep other folks happier with, now there's another title division? Do you think that was just forced after that MGM? Is that ramification?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I think Tony Khan right now, I think he's so focused on trying to make everyone happy in AEW, because I think that's what he's trying to do. He's like, come to AEW and look at how many options we have. You can be so much more happier here, whether it's you want to hold the title, whether it's you want a shot at being in a somewhat serious suit. Look at the creative freedom here, like that. He wants to try his best to advertise it to other wrestlers. Hence why he's getting all these AEW. I wish it was AEW, but WWE type of wrestlers. And it's like, in reality, what he's doing is he's making it so cluster, effy, to the point where like he's using the fact that, hey, these guys that you actually need to be focused on, like we always say, like Darby Allin and JF, so on and so forth, they're probably going to get so annoyed with the company, they're probably just going to end up leaving it. Again, ending up being like TNA, a la like around 2011, 2012.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's kind of like Darby Allin and Jungle Boy are the new AJ Styles and Samoa Joe.
Yeah, and no,
MJF I'll take even further. MJF, sorry to cut you off, you. MJF, Ricky Stark, Jungle Boy, etc. It reminds me of Jericho, Guerrero, Malenko, Benoit.
Wow, the Radicals.
Yeah, and that's another thing I was thinking. That's another thing I was thinking about the other day. I was like, if you think about it, a lot of these guys too, that you can also compare them to the WCW, before they fell under, because like the WCW had all these great young studs that would end up becoming Eddie Guerrero, Chris Jericho, so on and so forth, and they just never pushed them because they were like, no, we want to stick to Sting and all these other guys that have been on top for
Hogan and Goldberg.
Yeah, we want to stick to those guys that are, we think are the way to go. When in reality, it's not. Everyone was ready for a new generation of wrestling. Everyone was, and they just got that wrong. And that's what Tony Khan doesn't get. WWE somehow got it. New Japan somehow got it even. The only one that doesn't get it is Tony Khan. It's like, we're all ready for a new generation of talent. Like, it's 2022. We've seen what these other guys can do. We're ready for a new generation.
We don't want CM Punk. We don't want CM Botch.
Yeah, if this was, like I said, if this was 2012.
CM Junk. That's CM Junk now.
No, CM Cena,
Nah, he's CM Junk. He's
CM Cena. Yeah.
No, he's CM Cena. He's coming. Hey, I'll face anyone that's out there in the back that New Japan has to offer. Yoshi Tanahashi, and it's like CM Punk. All right, I'm facing you, and I'm gonna pin you.
Oh, my ankle. Oh, my foot.
Yeah. All right, I'm done. Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I think that they're trying to keep more guys happier, which I think they could have done if they just introduced a 6-man championship like they were planning on doing a while back. They said that the belts are made and they're ready to go. I don't know what's going on with that. I haven't heard anything other than the belts are made. But they're going to be introducing yet another title once they have the 6-man championship lined up. So it's going to be one more title.
What's this one going to be called? The Ice Cream Championship?
So the trios.
The Pacific Ocean Championship.
Yeah, that's another down the line. That's going to be to try to take away the SummerSlam deal. And don't forget, there's gonna be pretty soon. There'll be a women's tag team title, guaranteed. That's gonna come.
Oh man.
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
if we're gonna be naming titles after the oceans, they may as well have Shark Boy make an appearance.
Shark Boy. Dun, 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 dun. Wait, hold on. I gotta turn on my camera for 1 second. Hold on.
Yeah.
You guys can see me here. Dun 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 dun. All right. That's very rare that you get to see me on camera, but there we go.
Yeah.
There's that handsome devil.
And that's the fishing line because Shark Boy said so. Anyway, very few fans are going to actually get that. But anyway, we appreciate you if you do, and we appreciate you if you don't. So moving on with the show, we have a Eddie Kingston backstage segment where he calls out Jake Hager. Sorry, I was mixing up his gimmicks there. He calls out Jake Hager and says that he's coming for Jake Hager, and then he tells the guy, "Don't count me down." Which didn't MJF do that in his pipe bomb promo last week?
Yeah,
Why
I
is he
think so.
Why is he copying MJF? And then he says, "This is my outline," and he drops the mic and walks away. Do you guys have anything on this promo?
No, at this point, I
do. I would like for it to be over and we get to the next segment.
Okay, well there you go. Yeah, for me it's the same way. I was like, I just want to move on to get to the next segment, dude. I don't care about Eddie Kingston like that because to me he's just like whatever to me. I don't care about you.
The only thing I care about Eddie Kingston, I wish you stopped wearing my freaking New York Yankee gear. Just don't wear it. You suck also. You're getting close to the TK3 territory.
Yeah. So then we have another talkie segment. More talkie, as I put here in my notes.
Look at that.
We have Trent Beretta coming out and saying that it's National Best Friends Day, but his best friends aren't there. Boring. He calls out FTR. The crowd was definitely behind FTR. And then they mentioned Forbidden Door. I wasn't really paying that much attention. And then Will Ospreay comes out.
Who?
Will freaking Ospreay.
Who?
From New Japan
Well,
Pro Wrestling.
Ospreay,
Probably.
he's actually well known.
Yeah,
New
he's the
Japan.
leader of the United Empire.
Yeah,
He's the boss of Great Ocon and Jeff Cobb. He's actually a great wrestler. He's actually considered one of the best wrestlers in the
I
world
wouldn't
right
call
now.
him great, but
He's great. Oh, Ospreay's great.
We and him are gonna differ on this, but he's one of the wrestlers right now that in a few years could take over the world, and he arguably already has in some way.
Oh, definitely. I did not like his hair though. His hair definitely threw. I know I have weird things about like hats and hair and makeup and whatever, but I did not like his hair in this segment. It was different and weird, but I was happy to see Will Ospreay in AEW. Of course, they're building up towards Forbidden Door, the porno pay-per-view, and so that was that. And then we have a brawl. We have Regal backstage addressing Kyle O'Reilly. Another talkie segment. Adam Cole then comes out for commentary again.
Baby.
Is it me or has the air completely been taken out of Adam Cole? Because this is like the second or third time that he came out for a commentary rather than wrestle. I don't think he's wrestled since winning the Owen Cup or the Owen tournament, and he got almost no reaction.
No, he's just like George when he said he had a good joke. He says, "I'm out. Okay, I got the Owen Cup title. I'm done."
Going out on a high note. Yep. Good night, everybody. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much Adam Cole, baby. So when I saw him coming out, I was like, wow, why is he getting no reaction? Oh, that's right, because he actually didn't wrestle this week. Well, maybe he'll do something cool this week. Nope, walks right over to commentary with his little Owen Hart belt. Damn.
I got
How
a
much money
message.
did you pay for this guy?
Yeah, I got a message for Adam Cole that I was given last Tuesday, and from one of his friends from All Elite. It's called his boy Roderick Strong says, "Baby, I missed you." So I don't know why you told me to tell Adam Cole that.
I have no idea. I have no idea. That's
Yeah, that was
that
weird.
might remain a mystery on this podcast.
No. You want to know the details to that? You need to tune in on Wednesdays for the Heal the Ring NXT report. We will break that down. Why Roderick Strong told Adam Cole, "I miss you, baby."
Yeah, that's Wednesday right here on the BX Jedi Sports Network. Right. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming. 30 or as they say on what is it? Not WFAN. I think it's yes, a 30-second station identification. Brought to you by
WFAN.
Yep, WFAN, yep. WB Mason, the official sponsors of the New York Yankees. Anyway, so
That's baseball, Susan.
oh yeah.
Wrong podcast. We want wrestling.
You
I
did something good
never
finally.
thought I would hear the guy who's the biggest baseball fan I've ever met in my entire life say we want wrestling.
I love it. You came up firing.
This guy who practically like.
Hey, you want to
works
talk about
until
baseball?
Tuesday.
I'll go get my own Caputo. Okay, right now you're the AEWs.
Well, at least you're not going to get your coat again like Shane Strickland. Look at my coat.
I could.
Look at my coat. Oh, I was very disappointed. I was very disappointed in the Rumble, by the way, when Shane Strickland came out without his coat. Anyway, sorry, Kev.
He did come out with his coat.
Oh, did he?
He did.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh, man.
I totally missed it. Oh,
It's okay. This AEW wasn't jacket worthy. So
it was not Jack. Maybe they should make that the next title. Shane Strickland's coat should be like the next title in AEW.
Yeah.
No one's going to have the coat. The best jacket in all of wrestling was the Chris Jericho with the lights.
Oh yeah.
No doubt.
That's going to be a podcast. We'll have a podcast, the greatest jackets in wrestling.
The greatest jacket champ.
Or Stone Cold's leather, vest like thing.
That's
was
true.
Really cool. Yeah.
So then we have Hangman versus Finlay. I wrote my notes here. Why? Why are we getting Hangman versus Finlay? Why is Hangman wrestling Finlay, of all people?
My name is Finlay, and I'd love to fight. Oh, wrong guy.
And I love to fight, Ron.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that his son is in AEW, having him being I guess father and son. You don't want nepotism or whatever the case, especially since spending as an instructor in NXT. I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised his son is in AEW.
Yeah, that's true. So I thought this was a bad spot for Hangman, and I definitely think that Hangman is in a bad spot currently in AEW, but he is still massively over. Hangman wins. He cut the promo after, calls out Okada at the porno pay-per-view. Cole gets up and says that he's on a roll. What's he on a roll on commentary? And he's the new franchise player on commentary. Yeah, Cole is so boring now. So we're going to find out soon who's going to face Okada. What did you guys think of Hangman versus Finlay? And what did you think of the face-off between Hangman and Adam Cole, baby, after the match?
It was okay, but isn't Adam Cole like 0-3 against Hangman Page already? No, he's fought him several times, and Hangman has come up on top on all of them. So
I think so.
like,
Yes, twice, yeah.
And let me ask you this, guys: do you see that? I don't have that generated the same. I hate to compare, but even if we see a third match, it's not like a Cody and Seth Rollins third match. We actually want to see a fourth one this year. Do you really want to see a fourth match with these guys? Or third one?
I don't. Yeah, I really don't. Heel, what'd you think of Hangman and Finlay?
I didn't care whatsoever about it, and I saw Heyman and Page come out. I was like, dude, remember when you were champion and like you actually meant something, and now you're just fighting random guys now, like David Finlay.
Yeah.
And then like you said, when Adam Cole was like trying to make himself go over on commentary, I was like, dude, are you just trying so hard now? Like, Like, or what's going on?
How much money are they paying for Adam Cole to do commentary?
Yeah.
When he came in, it was like such a huge thing. He comes in, and it's like, oh, Adam Cole is in AEW. I can't believe it. Oh, he joined the Elite. Wow, this is so great. And then Bryan Danielson comes in. I'll get to the Daniel Bryan thing. That's another shut up JR moment. But Bryan Danielson comes in. It's like, wow, Bryan Danielson is here. So great. I can't believe it. This is so awesome. And then he joins Blackpool Combat Club. And it's like, how much are they paying for these guys to do nothing?
I got the figures.
At least he gets to brag about being undefeated on commentary for like the past 3 weeks.
Yeah. He's 0-2 on commentary. Oh, he's 2-0 on commentary. He's actually 0-2. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's what's his name? That's Johnny Elite. Johnny Elite is 0-2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Kev, do you have anything else on this match or segment or?
No, you had a good handful there between these two fellas to wrestle one another. Upcoming a trilogy match, which the first two we know about it, but I mean, it is what it is. Let's see. Hopefully, there's a twist there or something. It is what it is. No, other than that, it's just keeping us entertained or try to.
Good news, ladies and gentlemen. The next segment is a talkie segment.
Oh, look at that.
Something we have not had in 3 segments. Oh, wait. That's right. All 3 of the last 3 segments on the show involved some kind of talking. Yeah, they had a match. But there was talking after the match. And then before that, we had talking. And now we have more talking. At least this time it's Thunder Rosa, who I enjoy. And Shafir comes out. And Shafir says that she wants to become Thunder Rosa's problem. And she wants to see if she can solve her. Watch. Solve me. I want you to solve me. Is she a Rubik's Cube? What the hell is going on here? These are just bad. All of these promos are just bad.
Yo, the Rosa, you got a problem? Check out my wrestling.
Solve it. Ice, Rosa. No. Thunder, ice, Rosa. Oh man. Guess what we have next?
By the way, they were at the 9th hour again.
9th hour.
The 9:30 slot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the same slot.
Yeah, the pick of the week is Tony Khan because like he keeps booking his women at the 9:30 slot, 9 to 9:30.
Not only that,
Yeah.
Thunder Rosa complained. She complained, and it made to Dave Meltzer and Fightful Elite and all that. All the dirt sheets. She wasn't happy being left off the match or the Dynamite after Double or Nothing and not emphasizing the woman's title, where we heard that before. You know, Sasha and Naomi,
Right.
But they put it. It felt like they put her here. Let's put her out there. You know, go wrestle. You know, and it's like I can see once her title range is over, and she's not gonna be re-signing AEW. I'm not saying she's going to go in WWE either. She might just go to AAA or just go back to the indie circuit. But I don't see Thunder Rosa staying long in AEW.
Well, Chris Jericho did say in a interview recently that he can see people going both ways, from WWE to AEW, which we've seen a lot of, and AEW to WWE, like we've already seen with Cody. So I know he always got something. Go ahead, Neil.
It was just like it was just when you said like, oh, Chris Jericho can see people going both ways, like WWE to AEW, which we already said a lot of.
Right.
Yeah, that was just funny.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why, because it's true. Like,
Right.
yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's fine. So I heard you giggling, and I was like, oh, he's probably giggling at me saying something about people going both ways. But anyway.
Well, that too.
Yeah. So Our next segment is a Wardlow interview.
Talking.
Talking. We're following up talking with talking.
You talk too much.
Fudge. Humble, you never shut up. Wardlow, who by the way should be the number one contender, says he's the most deserving guy in my opinion. Wardlow is the most deserving guy, and this kind of reminds me a bit of when TNA had what was his name, Tyson, not Tyson Fury, what was it, Tyson Tomko. When they had Tyson Tomko, and he was just like this awesome beast mastodon of a guy, and they were doing nothing with him. He was with Christian, and it was just really bad. It was just really, really bad. This kind of reminded me of that. You have a guy who's massively over, massively talented, like in my opinion Tomko was, and you're doing nothing with him.
Yeah, they're gonna mess this up. I think
They're gonna mess it up. Yeah.
He's hot right now, and you took away the heat from him, the good positive heat that you have in him. He says he didn't want to. I like the way they try to save it, saying I want to fight the champion, the real champion, when he's healthy. So get ready, get healthy, CM Punk. But you're gonna book him in this comedy routine with the lawsuit. He's gonna fight 20 jobbers next week.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Security guards are wrestlers now. They just completely pulled away the curtain and said these guys are really wrestlers. These guys are not really security guards. They're really wrestlers. That's pretty much what they did by having him do that. So
guys, I gotta get going.
All right.
I gotta get going.
All right. Go Rangers.
In the private chat. Let me know when I'm in the background. Let me know when to.
Jedi, at least unlike Tony Khan, at least we booked you this week.
Kev booked himself.
You know what I gotta say with that, Steel?
You know what? You just made the list. Oh no! Oh, here we go.
Yeah. All right, and then there were two. So Wardlow comes out, and the announcers make some kind of a comment about him being a free man now. So apparently now he's Dobby from Harry Potter. He's a house elf now, and he got his sock, and he's a free man. So he says that he wants to be the one to pin CM Punk, which is why he has opted to not be in the Battle Royal. Despite the fact that if he won the Battle Royal and got the shot to become the interim champion, he would face CM Punk to then become the AEW champion, and he would have an opportunity to pin Punk in that match. So this made no sense.
Yeah, you know how much of a babyface it would have made him even more if he'd won that Battle Royale.
What's that?
Like that would. Did you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I said. Did you know, like him winning that Battle Royale, that would have been, I think, even more of a babyface.
Sure.
Especially if you put him in there with the great heel at the end.
Absolutely.
And I think they missed a great opportunity there at the beginning of the show. And then he probably could have cut a promo later on about how like he's so emotional to finally get a chance at the title. That would have been great. That was a big missed opportunity. And the fact they're like that they make him like this really, like, I guess really, really nice guy to the point where like he doesn't even really care that much about getting each other the title. He's there. He's just like, yeah, I'm so nice that I'm just gonna wait until CM Punk comes out. Yeah,
I'm the world's most polite wrestler.
I'm the most polite wrestler. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, guys. I don't want to win the Rumble, our version of the Rumble, and then go on to face it, as fast as I can. Even though technically by AEW rule, I should be the ruling contender. No. Instead, I'm gonna be polite and I'm gonna wait for CM Punk to fight him square at fair and square.
Well, maybe they didn't want to put him over Mox, because if they put him over Mox, they would have felt like Mox kind of would be losing heat, I guess.
But this is supposed to be a competition, and he's one of your biggest baby faces. So who cares?
Yeah.
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 I'm like, I don't get the logic here. No, I'm gonna be very polite. I'm gonna wait for him to be fully healed. The guy.
I'm gonna
I'm
wait.
the good guy.
Even though I could have become interim champion and then beat Punk to become the AEW champion and beat Punk in that. Does he understand what an interim? How he? I don't know if you can hear. This is me. This is the sound of me taking my notes and beating myself in the head with it, because this show was just. I'm sorry. This was a shit show for me. This was a shit show.
Yeah, like even if he wins the title and Punk comes back, you know how great of a storyline that would have been. Of Wardlow saying, "Man, I'm not gonna give this up that easy. I worked so hard to get it." You know, now I'll be, censored, DEMN. If you'll take this away from me, then you have Wardlow versus CM Punk.
Yep.
That would have been an amazing storyline.
But what do we get instead? He's going after the TNT championship.
The most polite man in the world.
He's not even going after the All-Atlantic, All-American Championship, whatever it's called. The Great Lakes Championship, since it's going to be decided in Chicago. But no, instead of going after that belt, which is a new belt, which is exciting, he's challenging Scorpio Sky, a guy who is basically a high flyer, and I think he's going to have like zero chemistry with in the ring. Maybe not zero chemistry, but very little chemistry with in the ring. I have no interest. No interest. None. I literally wrote here in my notes, no interest. Interest. Exclamation point. None. Exclamation point.
That's like,
I have to say, Wardlow's not bad on the mic though.
No. He's not. He's actually really, really good. And it's just really frustrating that you create literally a really good baby face and then you do nothing with him. Like MJF literally got his butt whooped for nothing to this point.
Yeah. Here's a question. Now that MJF is off TV, does that make Wardlow the most interesting guy? The most interesting man in the world. Does that make him the most interesting guy on the AEW roster?
If they book him right.
Yeah, right.
Because the thing about, and MJF was right about this too, when he said he was expected to hit grand slams, everyone is just expected to hit home runs. Nobody on that roster, not Punk, not Wardlow, not any XWE guy, not even any AEW original, not even Kenny Omega right now. Nobody has that must-watch feeling like MJF has right now.
Right.
If you say MJF is on Dynamite, people are gonna tune in.
Absolutely. And Kenny being out, and MJF not being on TV, and Cody being in WWE is hurting Dynamite, in my opinion. It's hurting the show. It's hurting the project. It's not their fault that Kenny is out. It's only kind of their fault that Cody's in WWE. And it's totally their fault that MJF's not on TV. These are the three guys that should be on TV.
Yeah, like honestly, your only hope is it's probably gonna take them another month or so is for Kenny Omega to heal up as fast as possible, so you can have someone that they actually want to book really bad to appear on TV. Because if you don't want to book MJF, which I don't know why, I'm like, what? All I can say is, what's wrong with you, Tony Khan? Like being.
I don't know. So then we get a Bucks promo, and
more talking.
Yeah, more talking. He asked Brandon Cutler.
More talking. All elite talking.
All elite talking. Yeah, it's not even wrestling. It's just talking. He asked Brandon Cutler, "How do we look?" And Brandon Cutler says, "Super cute."
What?
To the Bucks. Yeah, he tells the Bucks that they look super cute.
I know. That's my response when I heard that promo. Super cute. What?
Super cute. Then we have the Hardys interrupting, and then Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus interrupting, and that is building towards a Hardys versus Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus versus the Bucks in the match that made Christian Cage famous. Not a TOC match, because they can't say TOC. A ladder match, even though it was I guess the first match was a ladder match, but it was really the TOC match that kind of made him famous, in my opinion. But of course, they can't say TOC, so they're going to have a ladder match. I don't know when that's going to be. Next week sometime. Don't really know. But okay, that should be interesting.
I mean, at least the Young Bucks got called cute, and I hope they feel good about that. What a really weird promo. And then I like how Matt Hardy's like, yeah, we're the best tag team or something like that. And then Jeff Hardy's like, yeah, my bro's right. Yeah.
Hey, right.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy still looked a little bit out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, they
didn't look like
did.
he was fully there. Yeah. I don't know what's
especially
going on with Jeff.
especially Jeff, because Matt Hardy was the one talking, and Jeff was like the hype man, like, yo, my bro's right. Yeah, you hear that? He's right.
My
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, sorry, go on.
Yeah, it was just such an awkward promo with the Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. They felt like they were just sitting there looking back and forth, like, why are we here? Okay.
Why are we here? How much? If we went to WWE now, how much do you think we would get paid?
Yeah.
So then we have Rosa versus Shafir. This match was pretty good in my opinion. I enjoyed it. I don't think that anyone actually thought that Shafir was going over.
No.
Rosa obviously retained. Toni Storm came out after the match and alluded that she wants a title shot. What did you think of this match?
No one cared.
I liked it.
I think at this point, everyone was just sort of out of it, and they were like, I can't wait for this show to end.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you like talking because there's more of it. We then go to a Jade Cargill promo, who calls out Athena and Stratlander. Who cares? And then we have the Jon Moxley versus Kyle O'Reilly main event. JR calls Bryan Danielson Daniel Bryan, bringing the "Shut Up, JR" count to 2 for the show, which is actually pretty low. Usually my "Shut Up, JR" count is a little bit higher, but for this show, we only got 2 "Shut Up, JRs."
So he botched to call them Daniel Bryan?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know the Yes Movement was back. Yeah. Where's Triple H?
The Authority. I guess Tony Khan's going to be the new leader of the Authority. I don't know.
Yeah. Bow down to the
Bow down to the Khan.
Yeah.
And we find out that the winner of this match is going to face the winner of Tanahashi versus Goto. You know what? I'll let you go first. Give me your thoughts on this match, and then I'll tell you what I thought.
I was just like, I don't even care who wins, because number one, I think we all know Tanahashi's not going to win. There's no way he's going to stay in All Elite Wrestling and just stay champion until Punk comes back, unless there's like a really, really short chance. But even that, I doubt he's going to let Tanahashi hold his belt. It's going to, because, Tony Khan loves his XWE guys. So it's going to, and ironically, again, both these guys are XWE guys. Kyle O'Reilly and, I almost said CM Punk. And Jon Moxley. And I'll be honest with you, I even forgot who won. Was it Jon Moxley?
Yeah, Moxley won.
Yeah, it was Moxley. Yeah, now I remember.
Yeah. It was
just
kind of
couldn't. Yeah, it was alright, I guess. Like, it wasn't the worst main event ever, but I don't know. It was just it was alright. That's really all I can say. And I just feel bad for Tanahashi, because the thing about Moxie is he needs a hardcore environment to have a good match. I'm being honest with you.
Right.
Like I can't name you one fantastic Jon Moxley singles match. I really can't.
I'm not saying that this match was fantastic. This match was not fantastic. It was only good. But at least Moxley did not get busted open. At least there wasn't like a whole lot of hardcore spots in this match. This was, I mean, he's wrestling Kyle O'Reilly, who's like a straightforward wrestling guy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, at least this wasn't like, I'm not saying it was a great match, but in my opinion, it was a good match and different for Moxley because he was kind of forced to wrestle a style that he normally doesn't do.
Yeah, I guess so. But again, Kyle O'Reilly, at least he had some great matches in NXT back when he was with them. But yeah, this main event, it was just whatever to me. And
I miss the air guitaring. I really miss Kyle O'Reilly coming to the ring air guitaring. Na 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 na. Boom.
Oh yeah.
Bam 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 bam. Boom. Da da
Yeah.
bam bam ba da da.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that theme song was really good. Say we went about.
Oh
yeah, but yeah, that theme song was fire. But yeah, I feel like Tanahashi's gonna have to carry that match. I'm being honest with you. Like, I'm not even trying to be, a douchebag to John Moxley or whatever, but Tanahashi is one of if not the best wrestler in New Japan history.
Yep.
And John Moxley, well, he's John Moxley.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think that there's any chance that Hiroshi Goto will go over Tanahashi, or do you think we're getting Tana because he pretty much already advertised Tana for this paper?
Like I said, Tanahashi is the John Cena of New Japan, so that's up to how the phone call goes for Tanahashi. It's either the Tanahashi, John Moxley just went over. We heard on Elite Wrestling. How do you feel like? You mean to tell me I have to carry John Moxley? I mean, like, I know he's a big name and all that because his WWE run and all that, but like, really? We'll pay you a lot of money. I'll think about it. I might have to let Goto take this one. Yeah.
I know this might sound like blasphemy to you, because I know that a lot of people call Tanahashi. Yeah, I'll get it right. The John Cena of New Japan, but this is just my opinion. He might remind me more of an Eddie Guerrero.
And Eddie Guerrero, I would lean more towards like a Kota Ibushi type of guy, though. We're gonna say Eddie Guerrero. Yeah,
I can see that. I can definitely see that. By the way, we don't know what Kota's status is right now with New Japan. It looks like
Ibushi
I know might be on good terms again with New Japan, but we'll see. It's not looking great right now. So tune in to find out what's going on with Kota Ibushi. So let me ask you this, though. In your opinion, do you think that Wardlow Tanahashi would have been better than Moxley Tanahashi?
Oh, yes. A billion times, yes. That story, especially with the Wardlow winning over Tanahashi, like, even though it would have been predictable, would have been amazing. I mean, yeah.
I was thinking that during the show. At the end of the show, I'm like, you know what? I thought Moxley and O'Reilly was a fun match, and the crowd was alive throughout the match. And yeah, by the way, Moxley won with a regal knee and a paradigm shift. But
yeah, like imagine that finish. Sorry to interrupt you, but imagine that finish where like they have like a 15-20 minute match, and after that, like Wardlow pins Tanahashi, and then out of respect, Tanahashi just like raises the hand of Wardlow, and then just leaves and lets him have
that would have got Wardlow over huge.
Yeah,
huge. So, yeah, I don't know what they're doing with Wardlow. I don't know why they're. Well, I know what they're doing with Wardlow. They're having him wrestle for the TNT title, which is more or less meaningless in my opinion now. The TNT title, it's all but meaningless, especially since they kind of hot potato the belt between Scorpio Sky and what's his name, Justin Bieber, the dude that looked like Bieber, Sammy Guevara. Spanish Bieber.
I guess kind of.
Yeah, the hot potato of the TNT title between those two guys, and kind of made the title a little bit more meaningless. Maybe Wardlow winning it will bring prestige back to the TNT title, but I don't I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I don't know what they want to do at this point with all their stuff.
You know, it's just when they had Kenny Omega, when they had Cody Rhodes, when they had all of those guys, AEW was so exciting. They were pushing Jungle Boy. They were pushing Darby. Darby was TNT champion. They had Sting. They had exciting guys like, well, they still have exciting guys like Bryan Danielson and Adam Cole, but they're not doing much with them.
Hey,
Yeah,
don't
I
you
kind
dare
of feel
disrespect this commentary.
the guy who's undefeated on commentary,
Yeah.
Adam Cole, baby, the greatest commentator since Chris Jericho, the Wizard. By the way, Jericho was not on the show. I just realized that. Where was Jericho?
Was he?
Yeah, wait, hang on. Let me go back in my notes. I don't think Jericho was on the show at all. Yeah, no Jericho.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, and only a very brief appearance by 2.0 or 3.0, whatever they're called, in the Battle Royal. I think they're in the Battle Royal. I don't know. Anyway, what was if you were to give this show a letter grade, what letter grade would you give for AEW Dynamite for June the 8th?
Honestly, the show was really forgettable. I felt really boring watching it. I was really pissed off because no MJF. Honestly, I'm not gonna give it an F because there were still like one or two good things on it, but probably like a D minus.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna give this show a solid D. There was what? What? Why? Because I always go one letter grade up.
No. You'll get it.
Okay. I'm gonna give this show a solid D. Oh, okay, I get it now. I'm gonna give the show. I wouldn't say a soft D though. I would say maybe like not a hard D, but like maybe like a semi flaccid D. Anyway, sorry, Kev. Sorry about those sponsorships.
At least we're making it really PG kind of way.
Big a lot of sponsorships tonight, boss. Big merger tonight, boss. I didn't want anything bad to happen. So, I did like the Casino Battle Royal, even though it did have a lot of jobbers in it, or mid-card guys. Sorry, not jobbers. Darby Allin's definitely not a jobber, and it did give TV time to guys like Lance Archer and others. So I did like that match. It had a lot of talking. At least we got to see Wheeler Yuta return. We got to see Andrade come back. Nobody really cared about. Buddy Matthews and Pac, I did not care about that at all. Hangman and Finlay, that match could just go screw itself. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a D. The main event, I'm gonna give it a big D. Oh boy. Well, being on BX Jedi Sports Network was fun. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week. I'm probably fired now.
Yeah. Fire me, boss.
Fire. What are you gonna do? Can't fire me? Come on, can't fire me. No, don't fire me, Kev.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's all I got. Any other thoughts on the show before we say goodnight?
Nah, peace. Well, good night, dude. It's not that late yet. I mean, kind of. It's getting there. But peace out.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, before we say,
I mean, if you're like 80 years old and you got like to go to sleep before like, then yeah, good night. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out.
well, you know what I mean. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Make sure to tune in for all our other shows here on the VX Jedi Sports Network. Make sure to tune in for the Raw review on Tuesdays, and also for the Rangers. Make sure to go Rangers. Make sure to tune in for the Rangers Game 5 coverage and all of the other stuff going on here. And yeah, I guess that's it for Heel. For Kev, I'm Adam the Diff Man. It was fun being on the show for a little while, for a few weeks.
Let's just go before we get more heat. Good night, everyone. I guess.
Good night.
If you're 80.
All right.
I'm awesome! You people bought a ticket to see me, so shut up!
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no control.
Ladies and gentlemen, just in case you live under a rock,
I might
you
grab
are
a bat,
looking
I
at
don't
the
know, my
youngest
rap,
and
my blood
best
boils
rising
over like,
star in
oh God, here
professional
goes. I
wrestling
lost all
today.
feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll put it on your face just to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you gon' wish you had shut the fuck up real bad.
Shut up!
No MJF.
You gotta end the stream. You gotta end the stream.